Well, we begin with our news this morning in downtown Billings, where a woman was rescued from a smoke-filled apartment early this morning. This was the scene around 3:30. The Billings Fire Department was called to the second-floor apartment at 607 North 31st Street. A neighbor reported seeing smoke coming from the apartment. Fire officials say the fire was caused by careless smoking. A couch inside of the apartment caught fire, and the woman was found not too far from the burning couch. She was taken to a nearby hospital and suffered moderate burns and smoke inhalation. Damages totaled $20,000. In national headlines this morning, Tropical Depression Harvey continues to move north after pounding the Texas-Louisiana border with more rain and flooding. Rescuers worked throughout the day Wednesday to reach people stranded by floodwaters in Beaumont, Port Arthur, and elsewhere. The death toll is still rising. Vice President Mike Pence travels to Texas today at the request of President Trump. While there, he's expected to meet with storm survivors as well as state and local officials. His visit comes 2 days after the president and First Lady Melania traveled to the region. And today marks 20 years since the death of Princess Diana. Diana died in a car crash inside a Paris tunnel back in 1997. She was just 36 years old. Fans have been traveling to Kensington Palace in her honor. Closer to home, a wildfire in Custer County is burning 5,200 acres of land. The Snake Fire sparked on Wednesday about 48 miles southeast of Miles City on private land. County and state resources are responding to the scene. The cause of the fire and latest progress have not been released. The Mendenhall fire in Sweetgrass County is now 100% contained. Fire resources will demobilize today and the scene will be turned over to Sweetgrass County this morning. The fire was first reported on Saturday. Wildfire smoke is the reason Lake McDonald Lodge in Glacier National Park is closing early this season. It's a first for the iconic lodge. New tests show air quality is dropping. The hazardous conditions are a big concern for the safety of employees who live on site and are spending more time in the smoke. The lodge usually closes around the end of September. 4 western Montana teenagers accused of starting the fire that destroyed over a dozen homes near Hamilton last summer will not face any jail time. 3 of the 4 were charged with felony and misdemeanor negligent arson. Charges against a 4th person, a minor, were dismissed. Prosecutors say the group left a campfire unattended. That choice led to the devastating 8,500-acre Roaring Lion fire that destroyed 16 homes and cost more than $9 million to fight. In a plea deal, they each agreed to a 5-year deferred sentence, 100 hours of volunteer work with the National Forest Service, and 10% of their annual salaries for the duration of their sentence. One of the suspects in the gruesome murder of a Crow Agency woman now admits to her role in the crime. Angelica Whiteman pleaded guilty to aiding and abetting in first-degree murder and says she helped kill Roylyn Wrightshorse. The charge faces a mandatory life sentence, but there is a chance prosecutors could cut her a break if she testifies against her co-defendant, DeMarzio Sanchez. If she does, she could see as little as 25 years behind bars. Investigators have long believed the victim was beaten unconscious before she was set on fire, but during testimony on Wednesday, Angelica Whiteman said the victim was awake for the horrific assault. Whiteman sobbed as she told the judge she beat Wrightshorse and helped strangle the victim. Whiteman and Sanchez offered the victim a ride home from the Kirby Saloon. During the ride, Whiteman and Wrightshorse got into a verbal altercation, and Whiteman says she wanted to kick Wrightshorse out of the vehicle and make her walk home. But instead, Sanchez drove to a remote location and ordered the victim out of the vehicle. Whiteman says Wrightshorse was beaten and then strangled by Sanchez with a bandana before demanding Whiteman takes over. Whiteman admits she strangled the victim, but says Wrightshorse did not lose consciousness. Sanchez then allegedly stripped the victim, doused her with gasoline, and set her on fire. Prosecutors noted even if Whiteman testifies against Sanchez, prosecutors do not have to recommend a lesser sentence. Elsewhere, the Poplar woman who admitted she stabbed her boyfriend to death when he tried to end their relationship last year will spend just 4 years in prison. 20-year-old Winter Oldrock was sentenced Wednesday afternoon in U.S. District Court in Great Falls on the charge of voluntary manslaughter. Oldrock admitted she fatally stabbed her boyfriend, Robert Pinkerton, at a house on the Fort Peck Indian Reservation. Pinkerton told Oldrock he was moving away, which started a fight. Witnesses say Oldrock left the house and returned with 2 knives. During a verbal fight, Oldrock stabbed the victim in the heart, killing him. In other news, a bear that created a big stir in the Billings Heights has been euthanized. Billings police located the bear in a backyard at Ahoy Avenue and Bench Boulevard just after 7 o'clock yesterday morning. Wardens with Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks arrived and shot the bear with a tranquilizer. The bear climbed a tree in the backyard before falling to the ground. Bob Gibson with FWP says the bear was put down because it had internal injuries that would prevent it from surviving in the wilderness. He says those injuries were likely caused by the day's events. He reminds people to keep their properties free of all bear attractants. Gibson explained this time of year, bears are trying to gain weight for the winter. It's likely the bear found reliable food sources in the city limits and wouldn't move on its own. Meanwhile, after Monday night's decision by the Billings City Council to prohibit medical marijuana storefronts and dispensaries, those providers are trying to figure out what's next. The owners of Montana Advanced Caregivers say they're ready to continue fighting for their business and patients. With more than 460 patients, the business owners are pushing forward with their plans at the 7,500 square foot facility. After being in operation for 9 years and facing numerous setbacks in the legislature, the new city ordinance isn't pushing them to pack up and move. According to state law, Montana Advanced Caregivers is currently in compliance.
If you were to ask, are we still serving patient? Yes. Are we breaking the law? Maybe a city ordinance, a misdemeanor. Is it worth lives? Hell yes it is.
We're being advised by our legal team, and be assured, as always, we will be following law.
The owners have a current business license they received from the city. When asked, neighboring businesses had nothing but good things to say about Montana Advanced Caregivers. In other news, MSUB started its Montana Business Hall of Fame to raise awareness and appreciation for a rich heritage of business leadership. MSUB's College of Business and the MSUB Foundation will honor 4 more inductees, bringing the total to 15. That list includes business leaders from all over the state. The 4th annual banquet is scheduled for September 29th. This year's nominees are Bill Coffey, President and CEO of Stockman Bank, Bill Johnston, Chairman of the board at D.A. Davidson Companies, and Nikki and Rick Larson of Employment Benefit Management Services.
They're willing to go out on and take a risk. They're willing to, they have a true entrepreneurial spirit. They're, they've got leadership qualities, and they're able to put all of the pieces together and make a successful business.
Having these portraits up here, these are individuals that are aspirational to our students. And so they see the portraits, they learn about their lives, and they decide, you know, how can they emulate. So it's pretty valuable to us.
MasterCard Worldwide Vice President Mercedes Eagleton Garcia will be the keynote speaker at the banquet. Proceeds raised go towards scholarships for business students.